Well, hey there, Kentuckiana. A very good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. here on your Tuesday. I'm Grace McKenna. Jim's got the day off. Matthew Willoughby is with me in the weather studio here this morning. Matthew, as we get ready for another really dreary day out there, this is definitely kind of that late October in Kentucky vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. The cold, the wet, the rainy conditions really going to stick around. That cloudy weather as well, really throughout the rest of the week for at least the next several days as well. We still got some light rain showers out there, as you tell on our downtown Toronto Children's Hospital camera. For this morning, temperatures still sticking into the 50s overall, 50 degrees in LaGrange. Out in the Shelbyville, 50 degrees as well. As give you a look at Max HD radar, starting to see a few more showers roll in from the east, but really just some very, very light showers rolling in throughout Fern Creek, LaGrange, and Shelbyville for this morning. Also, we are seeing some patchy fog out there for you in places like E-Town up to Madison for this morning, but that'll start to burn off, at least as we head towards the later part of this morning. The next 12 hours will keep us really into the 50s, and we'll see more rain on the way for us back into tonight and this evening. Well, likely widespread showers will roll through, but that bus stop forecast into the lower 50s. Off to school this morning, heading home though, we'll still be into the 50s for some cool and cloudy conditions. Now, the futurecast begins to see some more widespread showers really start right around 10 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. And what's ahead, we are tracking that Halloween forecast. And what you can expect, will it be a wet or dry one? Well, I'll be timing that out coming up in just a few minutes. Now, let's get a look at that traffic tracker for the start of this morning and what to expect out on those roadways as you head out the door. Overall, looking all green out there, not really seeing any stalled vehicles or accidents, and of those interstates going smoothly for this morning. To give you a live look right now at some of those interstates, yeah, it looks like we are all smooth and clear this morning. Those roadways do look a little wet outside, so just be careful for this morning. Overall, we do have some travel impacts to tell you about. Overall, as we head towards tomorrow or tonight into tomorrow, those wipers will be needed, and if those roads are wet for this morning, it'll take some areas, it'll take longer stops and also patchy fog. So that reduced visibility will continue throughout this morning. So just be careful this morning commutes. We'll send it back over to you, Grace.
Matthew, thank you. We now know the name of the person police shot and killed yesterday morning. We brought you this story as breaking news right here on GMK as that situation played out. LMPD says around 2 Monday morning, 20-year-old Frank Aguilar shot a woman on Ridgecrest Drive. When they arrived on scene, officers say Aguilar approached them holding a handgun and refused to put it down. Officers report Aguilar continued toward them with the gun raised, which is when an officer shot him. He died several hours later. The woman police say he shot was also taken to the hospital in critical condition, but we don't know how she's doing this morning. Per LMPD policy, body camera video from the incident will be released within 10 days. And another update this morning, take a close look at your screen. Shively police are asking you to keep an eye out for this hit and run suspect. Police believe this person hit a bicyclist last Tuesday on 7th Street Road near Crumbs Lane in Shively. The cyclist was seriously hurt, and police say the driver left the scene. Anyone with information is asked to call Shively Police at the anonymous tip line on your screen. That number is 502-930-2SPD. A Bullitt County teenager is recovering after being hit by a car Monday morning. Shepherdsville police confirm the 16-year-old girl is a Bullitt Central High School student. Police hit in front of Roby Elementaries along Highway 44. Officials said the driver pulled over to try and help, and the teen was conscious when first responders got there. Our team spoke to the owner of BB's Consignment, which is down the street. She called the incident concerning and said pedestrians often have a hard time using the crosswalk in front of her shop.
I mean, it scares us to death. We've literally walked people across the road before because we are concerned for their safety.
Police could not give an update on the teen's injuries, but did say criminal charges have not been filed. Bullitt County Public Schools says this was an off-campus incident, and their thoughts and support are with the student and her family. Turning now to western Hardin County, where some residents say they're waiting up to 45 minutes for EMS service when 911 is called. They're now pushing for EMS service in a county with 8 full-time crews. WHAS11's Alex Dieterer spoke to some who say shorter wait times could be the difference between life and death.
The doctor up there said if we had to wait for an ambulance, I would not be here.
White Mills resident Wendell Brown suffered a heart attack and says he wouldn't be here if it weren't for his son driving him to the hospital. In the westernmost part of Hardin County, where White Mills is located, response times for ambulances take up to 45 minutes.
Yes, we need one. Because there have been people down there, like the other people said in there, where they have passed away because the ambulance service is so slow.
Brown joined dozens of other Hardin County residents at a town hall, pleading to the county to bring an ambulance to their town.
These people have been without an ambulance with 40-minute response times for 40 years? Jesus Christ, people, let's do something. Let's get this fixed.
White Mills residents raised $25,000 to place housing in their department so it can house a previously approved part-time ambulance.
That was the hope that if they build it, they will come.
But as Brian Walker with Hardin County government says, it's not that simple. An agreement now needs to be signed between the county government and the fire department to allow the government to occupy that space before any decisions can actually be made.
We have a place to put it. We have spare ambulances. We have enough staff because we're actually blessed to be fully staffed with our EMS right now, and we know there's a shortage statewide. We're lucky to have what we have. But it comes down to funding.
The decision of where the ambulance goes lies in the hands of Hardin County Judge Keith Toll. Some of those options are a part-time ambulance in White Mills, remove an ambulance from Radcliffe, or have a floating ambulance that would drive around waiting for calls.
We've always known there was a need, but now it's even more evident.
Saying everyone on the fiscal court knows there's a need for more service, but doesn't have the money to make it happen. In Hardin County, Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
The fiscal court is expected to vote on the lease agreement tonight. Judge Tall says depending on the outcome, he'll announce the final decision on getting an ambulance tomorrow. The Shelby County Sheriff is sounding the alarm about a recent scam. In a Facebook post, officials said scammers are spoofing the sheriff's office number and demanding money from people. The office says it'll never call asking for or demanding money from you. If you get a call like this, hang up immediately. Kentucky farmers are raising concerns about a recent drought proving to be a big problem. It comes as the profession is on the decline, seeing nearly 1,000 people leaving across the state every year. While there are fewer farmers, they say the acreage of farmland is also shrinking. The cost of the land itself is a big factor for farmers, along with costs of fertilizer and seed prices, which have risen. Farmland is now shrinking at a rate of about 291 acres a day, bigger than the average size of a Kentucky farm. It can take decades to build back soil healthy enough for crops.
You know, we only own about 20% of our land, and then the rest of it's all rented or leased. Once that land's gone and developed into something else, it never comes back as farmland. We never know when something might happen and a farm that we lease gets sold.
State legislators have approved a 5% income tax credit for people who sell farmland to farmers. It caps out at $25,000, but the cap rose to $50,000 this year for anyone selling the land to a farmer with less than 20 years experience. Happening today, the city is celebrating the completion of a more than $200 million project in the Russell neighborhood. LMHA says reconstruction on the mixed-income Beecher Terrace redevelopment started with a grant back in 2016. Since then, it's built 620 new rental units. The celebration is at the Baxter Community Center at 10. And later tonight, the future of data centers in Louisville is on the table, and you get a say. The Metro Planning Office is holding its first public meeting about zoning rules for the controversial developments. You'll have a chance to voice your thoughts about potential regulations at Locust Grove from 5:30 to 7:30. There will be another tomorrow and 2 next week before officials begin drafting recommended changes.